Here is my kitchen with the sun shining in. My favorite part about this kitchen is the two windows. I don't like it because I can't see. I prefer, but when I sit down on, this is a great chair from Bed Bath & Beyond or places like that. It folds and it's really comfortable, and sorry about the traffic. I just couldn't wait till Sunday morning. It's just so beautiful out here and I don't get to come out here very often. Here is my water system. This, really need to cover that up, right? This, and look at how dirty it is. If I had to clean the RV before I showed it to you, then that wouldn't have happened either. This is my kitchen. This is my garden sprayer. This is the 2.5 gallon one, and it just creates so much pressure. Hold on, let me pump it up. So here's the, oh, you just pump it up. That doesn't look like it's on there. It is. Twist it, and that power lasts for all day or 2 days. And then if you keep it, if you want warm water, you can spray paint this black or roll it with plastic black, or I don't know what people cover it with, but black, and then it heats up the water. I did that once. I forgot, because you really don't need the warm waters, because I boil the water. And this, nice stackable bowls, this is what I do my dishes in. And this pan is used exclusively for heating up clean water. I never cook in this pan. I did have to capture rainwater, so that got dirty, but I'm gonna sterilize it, clean it with my tea tree oil spray. But this, have a pan, and look how sweet this is. Handles and lips or whatever you call those on either side. That's my water boiler. I just love that pan. I've had it for a very long time. And then I love this. This is a not dollar store. Ouch. It's hot. I don't normally have those open so people can see. Stainless steel bowls are awesome. And I love this nice flat bottom, and I love this size because that's about the size of the hot water. I put my silverware, you put it here, have it all face down. And so, in fact, I boil water. This is my most used, and again, only water, most used piece. This handle does not get hot for some reason. I don't care. And then this again has pouring, and it's usually the right size. I'll just boil water so you don't use a lot of resources, and pour the water in with the suds. Very little, very little soap. And then I rinse with cold water. And I heard that rinsing with cold water is the only way to really get rid of soap. So I almost have boiling, so mine are almost sterilized when they're washed. And then I simply throw them on here and do that. And rinse them. And this is so great. I love the repurposing of things, or I don't know what it's called, not repurposing. Well, yeah, basically I bought this for the vent, for the kitchen vent outside, so it would prevent things from coming in. And it was the wrong size, or I didn't know how to put it on, or something happened. And I was like, wow, what a cool little, and then it just happened to fit nicely on my sink. And it has nice holding power. Perfect. I got it off of Tweeties. Love it. I love that. And what else? Let's see. Oh, but So here's my strainer that I use. Again, a small one. This one I use for bigger dishes. And I will put this strainer in a, I don't have it in here, but a white dish plastic bin, a white dish tray, not tray, but one of these things. Those things. We're not going up there yet. So my strainers become my strainers. And then sometimes this, I'll just put a little hot water in there, and that's what I wash my face with. And then here's my other mini dish bowl. This one I used mostly for my silverware, and then the other bigger one for glasses and things like that. Because my silverware is usually the dirtiest, so it can need a pre-soak. And look how nicely that fits. What's over here? A shoe rack. But I should pause. Well, what we have here is a shoe rack with orange plastic cups that I discovered if I inserted gave it more body. And I just like things, I do not like doing this, you know, or doing this. I don't like doing that. I like standing here and having everything accessible to the things I use the most. And this was just a little key ring thing that I put in, one of the few modifications I actually made. And it's nice and strong. And that's where I hang my water pot. And clothespins I use a ton of. Buy a bag of clothespins and have them accessible for closing off little bags of things and keeping them fresh because the moisture in RVs. My little mini spatulas. Most of my stuff that I use is in the house now, but I do use this and this a lot. I'll go over some of my utensils. It's really cool. I mean, I have to have the right gadget. This paper towel thing or whatever it is holding up my blinds. Get one of these. Stops fires fast. They're about 20 bucks. I haven't had to use it, no. Not yet. I love these tins. If you could buy the tea, give it away if you don't drink tea. But this is one of my favorite inventions? Not quite an invention. Ziploc bags in one of these little tins, and you can cover the tin with something or spray paint it. But I use this as my daily trash. This is my stinky trash, the wet trash. I'll drain a can of beans into there, and then I'll rinse my beans, because you don't want to dump a whole bunch of stinky gray water stuff into your gray water, because I don't empty it that often. Peelings, things like that. And then when you're done for the day, it's usually about one day, sometimes two, then you seal it and put it in your trash bag, and you don't have, and then your trash doesn't stink in the RV. This is one of my favorite little smelly things. And this is just an office thing, and that's my, I don't know what it is, but I thought I would need it. And here's my new solar battery bank I got from Jay, so that my GoPro will never be without power. And of course we all remember who gave me these, As the Wheels Turns. And then I've had this solar flashlight for 15 years from Everready. It's worked beautifully. Has a great big bright light on it. I use the cast iron, to boil my tea water until I put water on it, and then I boiled it too long and got distracted and walked out of my RV, and I think it burned the coating off inside, so I don't know if it's rusty or if I should be using that or not. I love it. I love the whole little cast iron, but I'd like a porcelain one, I think. But then I have to boil the water. I don't know. I don't know what I really want, but I love this. And I just got to start using it a couple years ago because I bought it and then it was in an RV, my other RV in Michigan, broken down. Here's a really valuable area, but what I learned is that it gets really, really hot, so it's not a good place for your spices. I'm going to be moving all of this out. And of course, this is where the microwave was. This is really cool space. I brought the plastic bin that I had with, and then I have this little thing that I pull out, and always has my little mini hot pad. Mini things are my favorite. Mini functional things. I mean, it's been this, and then I've never had to use it on my little water boiler because that really doesn't get that hot. Oh, found this at a secondhand store, St. Vinny's. I use this a lot. One of the things I do, let me show you in another video, hold on. One of the things I do is when I boil water for my tea, I put the water in and then I put this on top of it. It's got its little sweet spot, and then I'll take my glass or cup or whatever, and I'll put it over there so it heats my cup. And then, but that's when I have to use this little thing because it gets hot. And then you forget that you warmed up your cup and you grab it and you burn it. You burn yourself. So, and these are my little mini lids that I got from my niece's stainless steel cooking set that I bought her for Christmas when she was 1 year old, and I liked it so much I kept it. Yep, I did. It had all these little mini pans which you use to warm up just a little coconut oil or make my little dressing. I love them. I didn't use them as much as I thought because I was doing larger cooking, larger portions. This is a really, really cool piece. It's an all-clad, and one of the coolest things is it was free because I was in the van at the time and I was heading, was I in the van or was I in the RV? I was in the van, I think. And I was driving to Texas. Anyway, I was at a rest stop and I went to go throw Teddy's waste away, and this dumpster had this big long angle to it, and somebody had accidentally dropped it with, they had cooked and they went to empty it, and then it was brand new and you could tell they had just used it, and they couldn't get to it. So I went and got a pole and hooked it and pulled it out of the trash, cleaned it up, sterilized it, and it's a non-stick, and I'll show you how I use that. Here's another interesting piece from a secondhand store, Vinny's. Hold on, sorry about that. This, again, just, I can push it up against there so it stays in place. It goes either way. And another becomes a countertop. Clean your vegetables, drain it. I love little hacks like that. That's all for now. There's a lot more cooking stuff because I'm a foodie. I don't use the oven, it's just storage. I'd love to get rid of this whole thing and just have a pull-out something.